I've made space. So I'm going to reverse engineer this. I'm going to go from worst and then start going that way instead of the other way around. So it makes more sense, right? So I've messed up. He's put his hooks in. He now rolls me, okay? First thing is this, right? If I've already allowed this to happen, then I want to try as best as I can not to give him any place to grab, right? So ideally I want to go to a butterfly position. I want to pull my elbows in. So yes, he can roll me, but what he's not going to have is controls underneath my elbows, right? He might be grabbing my hands and stuff, but he's not underneath there, okay? So I want to be in this position, right? As I get rolled. Does that make sense? Keep your elbows nice and tight. Right. Next thing is this. This is like super important. You've locked everything out. He's going to roll you anyway because he knows if he can roll you and take you back, he's going to be in a really good position, right? Watch what I'm going to do as I get rolled. Let's see if anybody picks up on this, right? So I'm over here. I'm blocking everything out. He gets his hooks in. That's already messed up, but I'm not giving him anything else. He rolls me. Did you notice what I did? I slide down, right? So immediately I slide down. Why? Because what he wants, if we turn this way, okay, what Bart wants is he wants to have at least as close as he can to have head-to-head contact. If his head's in line with me, then he knows that going for figure fours are going to be a lot easier, right? So if I stay up here, I'm actually making it easier for the opponent to do submissions. So what I want to do is I want to sink myself down, right? So if you heard what I just said, what am I now doing by doing this? I'm making it harder for him to go for submissions. It's much harder now to sink a figure four from here, okay, than it is if I go up here. See that? It's very easy. So I'm going to disallow the submissions by going in here. Now, what's probably going to happen is he's still going to have his hooks in, right? Because he's trying to control. What most people want to do here is they want to try to get rid of a hook. But what I would prefer not to do at this stage is let go, like move a hand. I want to protect my neck at all costs because that's the most vulnerable, and my elbows so I don't get armbarred, right? So how am I going to clear the hook? What I'm going to do is something that most people probably never seen, but it works really well, right? I'm actually going to bring my knees together. So rather than just trying to keep it tight, you know, instead of trying to just kick it off, because this doesn't work, can you see? Can't get it off. Is I'm going to bring my knees together. So I bring them up, like I'm trying to get my feet together. Now watch what happens. See how it comes off? If I go back, and I'm here in a butterfly position and I just try to kick it off, he's going to keep it, especially if he's got long legs. Squeeze my knees together. Now I kick it off. And which way you go is up to you, right? Whatever you feel comfortable doing. So I'm going to kick it off. That happens. Okay. Once that happens and I get that off, I want to use my elbow to keep it off me, right? And I'm now turning myself towards this leg. And I'm going to use the furthest hand, not this one, because this is the one he wants. So I'm not going to give him this. I'm going to use the furthest hand to come in underneath, and I'm going to cradle. See how my palm goes to the ceiling? And preferably, if I can do it with one hand, I'm going to do it. If I need two hands, I'm going to do it at the last second, right? So I'm now going to be lifting this, and if I need to, I'll go two. So it's like a cradle position. I'm throwing it over my head, and I'm rotating, and I'm coming around, and I'm going for a top position.